Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Lydia. I'm an energy healer and a channel, and I work with the mind, body, and soul to help accelerate human consciousness. Today, we're going to be doing a channeling with Gaia and her frequencies. She called me out here to share a message and to share her wisdom and her light about this transition that's taking place on this planet right now. So, as always, let's get into it. Put a hand on your heart, put a hand on your belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. She's already wanting me to clear my throat. The first thing that she showed me is the time, the timeline, the fourth dimension, the time. And she's saying that time is speeding up very importantly because we are gaining rapid awareness. And sometimes it actually becomes easy. It's like ripping off of a Band-Aid is what she's showing me. If we can shift through this consciousness very quickly, it's going to be like ripping off of a Band-Aid instead of that slow, painful peel. And that's why the time is speeding up for us right now, as well as because we are moving into higher dimensional frequencies of the fifth dimension. When we're in the fifth dimension, the fourth dimension of time is below us, and it works for us. So right now we're consciously or subconsciously asking for time to speed up for us during this time so that those painful, uncomfortable moments actually move a lot quicker, right? We don't want to be sitting in uncomfort for a long time, like having a day feel like a week, but rather having a day feel like a minute. It changes that frequency, and we're kind of just being swept up. And she's showing me a river, like we're just being swept up on this river, and just it's go time. And we're hitting the rapids. We're hitting the rapids of the river, and there's so many messages coming in for the collective. And she's showing me this river and all of these bears and fish and animals all around this river, like watching us as if it's like a parade. Like I'm seeing like nature actually like excited about us coming into this state, because what I'm hearing is that it's harm reduction. The more that we can come into a higher state of being, the more that nature is safe from our necessity or need for power. Right now, it's very important for us as humans to address how we believe that we deserve the absolute power over this earth rather than all of the other nature. Like, why do we believe that we are most worthy of having the power or having the final say on this earth to what we do to it? And so the closer that we are coming into our natural and neutral state of being, the closer we're coming in with our connectivity with Gaia, and the closer we're coming into harmony with nature. And so the animals and the foods that we're eating and all of these things are feeling this. Be very intentional. They said the foods very intentionally. Be very intentional of alchemizing your food before you eat it. So putting a lot of good intentions into the earth so that the foods that we're eating are filled with nutrition, are filled with crystalline light, are filled with empowerment. And so we have to do that by empowering earth. We have to feel good in our body by feeling good and feeling into earth. She is very specific about that, understanding that she is a part of us, that we are the microcosm, we are the smaller version of her, and just like every other thing on this planet. And it's kind of specific today that this message is coming through on this day, which is the first day of opening season of hunting season here today. And there is this frequency on this planet that is grieving. There is this grief because so many of us can tune into the sensitivity of nature and the sensitivity of animals. And right now there is a grief of this power, and it's very specific to power. I'm not saying that it's, bad to eat meat or anything like that. That's your own personal opinion. But it's this power that we're addressing. Why do we believe as humans that we have greater power over this earth experience than these other beings and these other animals? There is this mutual level of respect that has to come into the physical form for us to then respect the world around us. When we respect the world around us, it'll function much clearer and stronger. And I'm actually getting some Pleiadian and Arcturian frequencies coming in as well, as I'm seeing the Arcturians specifically having this experience in the past. They have had this type of awakening, and they're also showing me Atlantis. Sometimes where the awakening might have started happening in Atlantis, and then it went downhill, and it had to be destroyed because we chose collective disharmony rather than harmony. So this is another pivotal, they're saying that's so strong. This is such a pivotal point in consciousness right now, that we choose harmony, that we choose radical forgiveness. Ooh, let that sink in deep into your bones. Radical forgiveness is necessary for this earth experience to be cleansed from the disharmony that was placed upon her for many, 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 many years. The Arcturians coming back in and sharing their experience with their awakening. Theirs was different than ours. Ours, again, is quicker. Ours is quicker because of the experience that other planetary systems had, where it was very slow, a slow progression. And that slow progression almost gave too much time to overthink all of the changes. Right now, everything is changing so quickly, so almost that you cannot overthink it. It just is. And it's really meant to be soaking into the bones. They're saying soaking very specifically, so make sure that you are taking care of that physical body. We've been talking about that over the past couple videos, so go check those out if you're interested in more of the physical body awakening. Make sure you're really just honoring the vessel that you are, because you are the microcosm of the macrocosm. Your physical body is the experience of Earth. So when you can trust yourself, you can allow the earth to start trusting one another. You can start allowing humans to trust one another. When you can radically forgive yourself for doing things that you subconsciously didn't know were not good for you, you can start to change the world through that radical forgiveness, through that radical self-love. Those energies are very important, she's saying. Very, very important. I do feel the Pleiadians here, and I really want to see if they have anything to come in. I have worked with the Pleiadians for a very long time. I see them as kind of my main frequency that I've worked with, but that's also starting to change because I've been working a lot with the Arcturians as well. But anyways, allow the women to come in, and let's see if they have any messages for us. There's necessity right now to be very soft. Very soft. Softness. Yeah, the trees are confirming. Oh my gosh, the trees are confirming. The softness is very necessary for the world to come into harmony. When we're constantly judging each other or comparing each other or wanting to compare with ourselves, ooh, this is important. Self-competition, self-deep independence it's cool, it's important. And again, this is very specific to those in America. It feels like the independence is starting to show its shadow. And we need to come into a space where there is more community. How do we come into more community? We have to be soft on ourselves, specifically towards social experiences and social environments. Because why? This younger generation, and just over the past 5 years, social things have changed completely. The social structures have changed completely. Social agendas, social, like the way that we kind of show up in conversations, they have all changed completely. And understand right now that there's a reset point in those social changes. Thank you. There's a reset point in those social changes. And those that are watching this video, you are meant to change the social standards in this world. So even noticing when you might say like a certain phrase that is common to kind of say, like, being like a little bit negative to your mind, like, oh, my mind thinks that way, or like all of that, but understanding that you are that mind. So coming into unity with your full self without any type of negative, degrading energy, we don't want that. And also noticing any type of verbiage that you're saying, noticing how to change that verbiage in that conversation in a social setting. It's okay to say, actually, I didn't mean to say that. Oh, it's good that I noticed that, right? It's okay to change the social standard in the way that your own standard is. You are meant to change the world by changing yourself and your own conversations that are coming through you. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything else around that or anything else in consciousness that you would like to share with us, Pleiadians? They just keep showing me a lot of water and like water bending specifically. And Gaia is showing back to that river of like really being at ease, really flowing with these. And they're showing me an example of like people that are professional, what are they called? The people that like stunt devils or stunt doubles, right? They are trained to know how to fall properly. And this is what they're sharing with me. We're trained, we're now learning how to fall properly by completely becoming loose. We're completely allowing ourselves to be just relaxing into it, not stiffening up, because if we stiff up while we're falling, there's a good chance we'll break some bones. But if we go really loose and we just allow ourselves to move through the changes and just kind of flap a little bit through, there's a very strong chance that we will move through it very at ease, right? So again, that's really necessary as we're moving through this rapids of consciousness during this time. Thank you for that information. They're bouncing back to the Arcturians. The Arcturians have more information about technology. Again, technology and spirituality are rising together. That is necessary because it's as if it's the yin to the yang. They are necessary to grow together. We, in the past, in our Atlantean phase, saw spirituality and technology as important, but started to demonize the two of them and created negative energy portals. We, in this experience, are here to redo that. So we have many people on this planet that are very hesitant toward technological changes, and that is very important to have a balance. Those individuals that are very hesitant with tech changes are here to stabilize us through this transition. We, however, are moving forward with technological advancements, but it is necessary to have some of that balance, that justice here. The justice scale is showing up. The spirituality aspect is understanding our pure morality. Our morals are increasing. That's confirmation with the wind. Our moral compass is becoming very strong on this planet right now. We are learning what we do like and what we don't like. So this is something I've been working with a lot is, okay, I know what I don't want. I don't yet know what I do want, but I know what I don't want. And they're showing me to politics, right? The left doesn't want the right, and the right doesn't want the left. So we know what we don't want. Now we have to pave a way for a third position of understanding. We have to create the new thing. But we as human beings have to be the one to create it. We can no longer put our attention and our focus on those of higher leadership, understanding that you are the leader because you lead by example. So it's necessary to understand your relevance and your importance in this human consciousness field by your open awareness. Understanding in the quantum field of all things that we are one. The thoughts that you have over there in the state of Arkansas are going to also be penetrative in my consciousness field here in Michigan, right? Maybe even in China, maybe across the world. All of us are connected in this unity consciousness. So anytime that we have new ideas, we're putting it into the field. So understand that your thoughts and ideas are important. Put a lot of emphasis behind that. Maybe you have great ideas on how to change the world. Feel into those. send them into the consciousness field, whether you have the ability to do anything about that yet or not. Know that your energy, your ideas are making impacts in the world. Have you ever thought about something and then maybe 2 months later it was created as if you thought it up yourself? I have. Know that we make an impact through our own conscious decision. So if you're constantly thinking, well, I'm not really doing anything, how am I even making an impact? What is even my purpose? Then what do you think you're making in the world? What impact do you think you're making? You're pulling back. You're kind of dissociating out of your impact. Understanding that your impact is by being you, by being present with your thoughts and your ideas and your body and your soul. Being present in the now moment by creating new pathways, new neural pathways is very important. Again, go check out my latest video, the video before this that talks more about the neural pathways increasing and creating more neuroplasticity in the body right now. So, and that's something they kind of want to talk about. You might be feeling some ringing in the ears or ringing in the body, some vibration, like frequencies moving, because our physical body is upgrading right now. Understand your importance in all of this. The frequency that you are is an important puzzle piece in this puzzle of Earth. You are a fractal of God energy, and that fractal of God energy has the absolute wisdom on how to change this world. Each and every one of you have the key to changing this world, but it is from within to find that. You have to sit with yourself. You have to sit in silence. Maybe with some frequencies in the background if that helps you, tune into yourself. But sitting in that silence and checking in with what ideas you could bring to the table is very important right now. I'm hearing all hands on deck. Gaia, I love you. Gaia saying all hands on deck, baby. I brought each and every one of you guys into this planet for a reason. Gaia handpicked all of the souls on this planet. Know that. Know that you are a handpicked individual. Gaia and God consciousness working together to create the absolute harmony of beings on this planet right now. Even though there might feel like there's disharmony, that disharmony is essential to know what we don't want. Remember, going back to that thing, we have to know what we don't want in order to know what we do want. So there's a lot of us on this planet that are bringing forward perspectives so that we can all bounce ideas. There's a lot of stimulation in this world right now. That stimulation is slightly important, right? Because there is an increased neuroplasticity. There is an increased capacity to hold more multidimensionality. During that time, and during this time of overstimulation, as we are increasing our neuroplasticity, as we are increasing to multidimensional beings, we have to sustain silence. We have to sustain less stimulation. Sit with that. You are becoming a multidimensional person. In order to do that without burning out, you have to sustain silence. You have to sustain less stimulation. So, what ways in your reality right now could you lessen the stimulation or lessen the information coming from everyone else outside of you and start to really tune into that information inside of you? Okay? Give yourself that time and space. Write it down in your schedule. Once a day, sitting with yourself, maybe even just 10 minutes, maybe just 5 minutes, maybe journaling for 15 minutes. Whatever it is for you, all hands on deck. Your ideas, your thoughts, the way that you apply yourself in this world is very crucially important. Okay. Thank you to all three of those that have worked with us, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, and Earth, and all of the elements on Earth. Is there any last messages here from Gaia specifically as we are grounding in this information through our crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, from the bottom of your feet, connecting into your roots, connecting in with the tree of life, grounding all the way down to the crystalline core. Hello, Gaia. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us here today? They're saying something about prayer and changing our mentality around prayer. Because even the word pray is like P-R-E-Y, pray, right? It's like a predatory energy. It's a I'm attacking. It's a going after, right? This is why so many people that tune into prayer or praying can feel very one-sided in conversations, because it's very much a, this is what I need from you. This is what I need in my life. Why is this not happening? Blah, 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 blah. And it's a very attacking energy. So they're wanting us to really address, what is your energy behind prayer, and what does prayer look like for you? And allow it to be a conscious conversation, maybe rather than prayer, a connection, a relationship with your inner self, with your higher source, with God consciousness, whatever feels right to you. Allow it to be a daily conversation. And they're coming back to something that I've talked about many times, is the first thing in the morning. Send up gratitude, send up love, send up appreciation, and ground into earth. Those two things that you do in the morning, and maybe it's just one combined idea of connecting with the heavens and connecting with the earth, that itself makes ripple effects through the universe. That itself is a setting stage for you to help continue to shift earth consciousness. By you choosing to be consciously aware of your God being inside of you first thing in the morning, ripples throughout your day. And you're gonna notice your days starting to feel more grateful, more fruitful, more alive. I feel connected. I feel strong in my essence. I feel strong in my connections with others. So they're really wanting you to tune into that as well. Anything else, Gaia? Again, she's coming back to that river and allowing the river to slow down here now. Allowing us to pool into a beautiful lake from this river. Just allowing us to fully relax and soak and marinate in your wisdom. Know that you already have everything that you need in this moment. You have all of the wisdom that you need planted in your DNA at this time, and it is exposing itself now. Trust yourself. You are not a fraud. The world wants you to think that. So if you have any of that imposter syndrome coming forward, allow it to die now with deep forgiveness, penetrating forgiveness deep into your soul. To pierce that imposter, to let it die, to know that you can trust yourself. You are love. You are wisdom. You are God consciousness in this physical form. You are so loved for the work that you do on this planet. And again, remember, Gaia handpicked you. Take that personally and take the responsibility of that handpicked person that you are. Forgive yourself for ever doubting anything in your life. Forgive yourself for neglecting your spiritual gifts. And take the responsibility now. All hands on deck, baby. It is time to rise. Consciousness is shifting. You are being called to be a leader in this earth, as so many beings are waking up right now in this thrill of life. They can feel very ungrounded, very unsettled, but know that you are leading. Take responsibility of that leadership. Take responsibility of the love within your heart that penetrates through each and every soul on this planet. Take responsibility of forgiving yourself. And when you forgive yourself, you can forgive the world, and the world can start to heal. I honor you, beautiful souls. I'm so grateful for this beautiful message. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, Arcturians. Thank you, Pleiadians. Sending so much love down through the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar, the sacral, and the root, pushing down through the earth, down through your feet, sending just so much love, penetrating through your body. And I will see you guys all in the next one. As always, go check out my link in bio if you're interested in more healing services, and go check out my healing playlists and other conscious conversations playlists. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.